So we'll get a full-blown acceleration here and see. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a 2022 Ford Transit. Now this is a 150 series Transit. First and foremost though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo, Utah for giving me some time with this Transit. This one is available for sale for the time being. If you're interested, reach out to them. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's get into the video. So under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. It is good for 275 horsepower and then 262 pound-feet of torque. You can also get an optional twin-turbo 3.5 liter V6 that has 310 horsepower and then 410 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the exterior of this Transit. So first off, just like other Transits, you have the cool little vent pieces there on the hood. Now notice that the lights are actually darker with the bezel, so it kind of has a sportier appearance. Same thing with the grille, how that's all blacked out. You do have the giant Ford logo there in the center. And well, it's a white cargo van, so like it's tall and there's not much else to say. Now popping here to the side, we've got 16-inch wheels wrapped around that 235mm tires, and it's pretty typical for a cargo van, right? If you have a skinnier tire, then you're gonna get better fuel economy and range. And here's a quick look at the tires themselves. Now you guys probably noticed that this sits kind of low in the front, and that's because this Transit is rear-wheel drive. It's not four-wheel drive. If it was four-wheel drive, or it's not four-wheel drive, sorry, all-wheel drive like what you can get with the Transit, it would actually sit a little bit higher. Notice the molding here for the fender flare, and then you can see there all along the side. And if we take a few steps back, you can see our side profile here on this Transit. And we of course have the cool slidey door. Hopefully it's unlocked. Yes, I win. So, it's a cargo van. Basically, we have this little foot plate, helps with getting in. And, well, it's got a lot of space. And I can pretty much stand all the way up. I'm like almost like just banging my head on these little things that come down. It's got lights back here too, which is cool. Definitely cool setup. Now this one is windowless, so there is that. And then getting out is pretty easy. You just gotta pop back down. Now as for the rear doors, look at the little exhaust, by the way, there on the side. Pretty simple. So you can open up this one first, and you guys can see the interior latch there, and then you have this latch for the second one. And then you can just use like the bumper as a step. Or if you're really tall, you can just jump right in to the back. But yeah, pretty simple setup with that. Notice it says Transit 150 there. You got a Ford logo. We even have a recovery hook here at the bottom. And I know, not super exciting, but there's the rear. You got the taillight right there.
Ooh.
Now popping inside to the front, pretty basic from a material standpoint. Again, this is a cargo van, right? It's a work vehicle. You got these giant mirrors here. You got our window controls, and then this little door handle down below. And well, look at the seats. Pretty nice with these cloth seats. And then you guys can see here with the parking brake, we've got our auto hold right there. And then we have the mirror adjustment right there. Look at the little graphic. That's so cute. And then you guys can see the light control. And also, look at that cup holder right there. But let's pop in. So here's the steering wheel for the Transit. Pretty basic from a material standpoint. You got the little control there for the center stack. Volume, voice command control. We have our turn signal stock. We have our windshield wiper stock. Nothing too crazy happening with that, but yep, there's the steering wheel. And then popping from that to the gauge cluster, you can see mostly analog. And again, remember we have that little button there on the side which we can scroll through different menus, like we can see fuel economy, for example. And yeah, not too bad. Obviously this is, you know, doesn't have a ton of miles on it, so it's not like it's going to be crazy accurate yet, but we do have some different drive modes. We got normal, eco, slippery, and then our tow haul mode that you can go between. And there's also a little traction control button that we can turn on or off as well, which should pop up here on the screen. Maybe I'm not holding it down for long enough. Ah, there we go. Anyways, there's the center. Two very important bits of information. Payload capacity, 3,340 pounds. And then this is where the gas fill-up cap is. All these cargo vans are like the same. They have their gas fill-up caps in the same exact place. Suspicious. Now here's the infotainment screen. So first off, if I pop it into reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with The steering wheel and screen's small, but the resolution's actually pretty good. Now, as for the rest of this screen setup, it's pretty basic, like little radio thing. You've got all these controls here at the bottom to basically go through different things. And I mean, other than that, like, yeah, it's a screen. We've got our single zone climate controls down below. Drive mode select and the traction control select as well. Shifter for that 10-speed automatic. It does have a manual shift function. Got some cup holders here. You got a little USB 12 volts, and then you guys can see here with the glove box set up. And then notice there's storage space here on the dash as well. And then we have these enormous, like, look how big these sun visors are. Wow, that's huge. Oh, accidentally disconnected that part. Anyways, other than that, there's not much else happening because, again, it's a cargo van. So let's look at the window sticker here. So as you guys can see, 2022 Transit, and in Oxford white. Notice there's no fuel economy rating because it's a commercial vehicle. But you can see we've got air conditioning. That's mentioned as an option. Then also look at the warranty information. 3-year 36 on the basic, and then 5-year 60,000. And then you guys can see the options on this particular one. Notice it has a 3.73 limited slip axle. So that'll definitely help out with this being rear-wheel drive quite a bit, actually. But anyways, after all options, this sticker's for $44,960. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors, and throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. So, setting off here in the Transit cargo van with rear-wheel drive. And I think this is maybe the second time I've driven a Transit with this naturally aspirated V6 instead of the twin-turbo V6. So, yeah, I haven't driven this engine a whole lot, but we'll see how it performs with the 150 with rear-wheel drive, and how that limited slip performs as well, because that should help out quite a bit with, ooh, we're not going that way, that's for sure, there's too much traffic. That should help out quite a bit with this being rear-wheel drive. There's actually a company that I'm going to be filming for in the near future that is going to do the same thing to the Mercedes Sprinter. So yeah, it's something that I guess Ford is ahead on things compared to Mercedes, because, well, obviously this already has a limited slip, and Mercedes doesn't have a limited slip with their Sprinter that has rear-wheel drive. But anyways, let's get up and start moving here with this thing. Yeah, that is definitely interesting from a driving experience perspective. Kind of, it's oh, I actually am in the wrong lane. Whoops. My brain's not working because of the heat. We're gonna blame it on the heat. It kind of gets up a little bit, but not super torquey. Not super torquey at all, like the 3.5 twin turbo that you can get. So we'll get a full-blown acceleration here and see. The 10 speed's wonderful. So the 10 speed definitely carries this. It's not quick by any means, but I mean, cargo vans generally aren't. But this, yeah, it moves. The 10 speed's the real hero though for this, and it does put down the power very well. So that limited slip definitely helps out. That is for sure. See kind of how this drives throughout. Yeah, suspension's actually pretty good. It's not as stiff as the 350. Don't worry, that's my tripod. So yeah, I guess to fully sum things up, we're gonna go this way so that you guys don't have to see the shirtless dude on camera any longer. Yeah, I mean, it's a great driving van. I really like this. You know, compared to, oh, and there's my TRX in the car wash. Hello, Ben Hardy's TRX and touchless car wash. Yeah, it drives really well. I like this. So yeah, limited slip from the factory, I think that's awesome. This is the best two-wheel drive cargo van on the market right now. Yeah, I'd rather have rear-wheel drive than front-wheel drive. That's just me personally, if I'm going to be hauling stuff. And yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about this. You know, me personally, I'm going to get the 3.5. That's just me personally. Well, this has a 3.5. I'm so stupid. I'm gonna get the 3.5 turbocharged. Ooh, that backup camera is so weird in reality. Wow. Yeah, that is so weird to back up. Like, I'm gonna leave this in the video. It's not exactly exciting, but that is so... just cargo van thing. It looks like I'm gonna hit the lightning, but I'm not. Like, it seriously looks like I'm like colliding with the lightning, but I'm... that is so strange. But yeah, like I said, my favorite two-wheel drive cargo van, my favorite 150 series cargo van on the market. Transmission's amazing, and this Ford's done a really good job with this whole setup. But let me know what you guys think about this. That's because something's up for our video on this Transit van. Again, huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo for giving me some time with this van. I will see all of you in the next video.